Welcome to the All Things Wildfire podcast, where we delve into the latest trends and hot topics in protecting properties against wildfire. So sit back, relax, and join us as we arm you against disaster.
So guys, today I'm coming to you to kind of talk about and unpack how I got into this industry, how I got into wildfire prevention. And it's a series of steps that took place that led me here, but specifically it was 2020, and it was the Blue Ridge fire. I was coming over Yorba Linda. It's in Southern California, and I was in Chino Hills at the time. And for a couple of days, the news kept saying, hey, the wildfire keeps moving. And it wasn't impacting homes at the time. It was just on the hillsides. And one night, there were no evacuations that were required, but one night I saw the hillside glowing on the back side of the hill, and the hill's a mile away from me. And I thought, okay, I should just do the right thing now and evacuate. So I told my wife, I said, we have to go. So we got my wife, my mother-in-law, my nephew, and my two Yorkies, and off we go to a hotel 2 cities away. I get there, check in, no problem, and we get a couple of rooms. And the oddest thing happens the next day. The next morning, I come down the elevator, and I've got my 2 Yorkies so I can take them out to go to the restroom. And it's when the doors open up, I see this ocean of people in the lobby, and all I can hear is chaos. Everyone's chattering, everyone's talking, and I'm trying to work my way through the lobby just so I can get my dogs out. And I hear people saying, number one, they're looking for rooms, but they're sold out. But they're asking each other, is your home okay? Where do you live? And you could see this panic and uncertainty in their eyes and in their voice and in their actions. And it was chaos. And for me, as I'm listening to this and I'm going outside, I'm like, man, this is what my clients go through, right? As a disaster restoration contractor, this is what I've been doing for 26 plus years. When I meet a homeowner, it's because they've had a claim or they're going through a claim. And this is the prequel to the fire claim is what I'm getting. I'm like, okay, if my customers are going through this, they're going through the uncertainty. They're going through the lack of awareness of who's giving them information on what houses are impacted, what neighbors are impacted, and everyone's phone is ringing. And again, we're living in uncertainty. And so when this took place, I thought, this is it, man. There's got to be a better way. There has to be a better way for me and for everyone else here to know that our home did survive, or at least we have a better chance of our home surviving. What can I do in the future, still not knowing if my home survived or not? What can I do in the future to give me more certainty? That's what it came down to. And thankfully, our neighborhood was spared, but some people's homes not so lucky. But that took me down the path of really looking for the best experts in the industry, the best companies in the industry that are focused on prevention. And IBHS, the Insurance Institute for Business and Home Safety, they are the leaders. They are the ones that are setting the pace for everyone else, for the insurance carriers and for practitioners and for people and homeowners that need to do this type of prevention work. And so I got involved with IBHS. I also then got involved with Perimeter Solutions, which is it's FosCheck. This company sprays FosCheck fire retardant from the airplanes, is what you normally see, right? The red dye that comes out. And I began talking with them and began to understand, okay, there are products now that we as individuals can apply to our own vegetation. And it's clear. And once we treat the vegetation, it lasts the entire summer until there's significant amount of rain before it's washed off. And I thought, okay, if I have IBHS talking about ember-resistant vents and wildfire mesh on the vents, okay, that's going to protect embers from coming into my attic space. So check the box. That's good. So I began to understand how that works. Gutter guards. If you have gutters and you have embers that land in there, they start to hang out with the leaves that are there, and now you have ignition and your roof is on fire. Boom. So now we're talking about how to protect the gutters with gutter guards. And then we talk about 0 to 5. The most vulnerable area of your home is within the first 5 feet. And one of the easiest ways I can describe this, my friends, is imagine that at the perimeter of your home, you have your wall here. And if you guys are on video, you can see what I'm doing here. You have a wall here, and then the embers are flying, and they hit the wall, and the embers drop down. Now, if the ember drops down within 6 inches or a foot from where the wall is, and if you have any vegetation, any flammable materials that's there, that material will ignite. Then, if it's a shrub and it ignites, and you have a window that is 4 or 5 feet away, and you have the flames that are now being multiplied because of the wind factor that's taking place here, now you have the chances of a window being shattered, then igniting the drapes and the couches and everything else, and now your home is fully engulfed in flames. And so, my friends, I want to share this with you because this was the anxiety that I had to live through to get to this place of understanding what I can do, not only for myself, but for you as homeowners, for you as business owners, and for my broker clients and my family office clients and my estate manager clients. We are here to help protect your properties. We absolutely can increase the chances that your building, commercial or home, will increase the chances of survivability. And this is just not, OP's expertise. I've pulled in some of the best firefighters on the planet, in my opinion. Fire Captain Rich Snyder from Sierra Madre, been there for 30 plus years. He is so keen on wildfire prevention. And then recently, my friends, we just hired Mr. Mike Thayer, who was formerly with AIG Insurance in their wildfire prevention unit. He was literally on task force out there helping to prevent damage to properties that were listed, and then managing people to make sure that there isn't more damage to properties. And so, and then I can go on and on. We've got a list of people that have been very instrumental in increasing our knowledge base and also in the ability to execute to really help as many clients as possible. And then the last thing I would share, my friends, is that in 2024, we're going to begin to launch the Allied Disaster Defense franchise model. And so that's going to be coming to a state near you. We're going to start off here in California, selling some franchises, really showing companies how to do what we do and how to protect more properties. Every time I get on a call with an insurance carrier, the question comes up, what other states can you provide this service in? And up until now, it's been only California. And so in the near future, my friends, we're going to be in the Western United States is where we're going to start. And then we'll go on to nationwide opportunities for people. But the message here, my friends, is there are things you can do to prevent wildfire damage to your clients' homes if you're a broker or an agent. And so let's make sure that we get the word out to let people know there are things you can do. The carrier is already doing a good job by enforcing some of these things. And we just now need to convince the homeowner to execute on getting this done, because whether they know it or not, when they get evacuated, if they do, they're going to have a lot more certainty. And my friends, in a time of distress, having more certainty is worth a lot of money. Understanding that you have done your part to secure your property, your home, to the best of your ability for your family. So when you come back, you could come back to something that has a greater chance to have survived, and then you can continue to live life in a short recovery versus leaving it up to chance, and you hope your home is still standing when you get there. And if it's not, my friends, you're going to be walking into an entirely different world for the next couple of years and trying to recover from something like that. And it's unnecessary. There are things you can do now. Let's not wait till that takes place. That's it for me, my friends. I wanted to share that with you so that way you have a little bit of background on who I am, what I do, why we do it. And the bottom line is we love our clients, and we will do what's needed to help them with selling insurance and making sure that their clients are taken care of as well. Take care, guys. Peace out.
That's all for this episode of All Things Wildfire. If you like this episode, be sure to subscribe to our show and follow us on social media to stay up to date on all things wildfire. And as always, thanks for listening.